Okay guys, so I'm gonna do a get ready with me only because Faith asked and she gave me the courage to do it. So I'm going to make a makeup tutorial and I kind of have to hurry up because I'm taking my little sister out from school early and I'm taking her to Disneyland. So I have to hurry up because by the time I finish Disneyland will literally be quite close. So I'm already priming and I'm using the e.l.f. putty primer because I hate when I have freaking pores. And then lately I've been breaking out, like, and there's not even like breakouts, it's just like super little red bumps. But no, I'm not being nice with my skin, I'm literally being so aggressive, but I really just don't want my pores to show. And I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit, and then after I'm gonna go in with my Urban Decay primer, the all-nighter one, which is this one, which is gonna be this one. Already primed and prepped my skin. Before I used to be such an eyebrow girl. Like I used to do my eyebrows and I used to carve them, and I've quite literally been so lazy to do that lately, so I just don't even do it anymore and just fill them in as I go. So now I'm just gonna start off. Actually, I'm not gonna start off with foundation. I actually spot conceal before I do anything because areas that I really want extra full coverage, and typically I use that with my Tarte concealer, and I'll use a darker color just so it doesn't look like too white or anything like that. I was trying to film my get ready with me for the longest. I barely figured it out, but I'm already on foundation. So then I'll go ahead and mix my e.l.f. Halo Glow and my Smashbox foundation, and now I'm gonna go in with concealer, and concealer is a big part of my makeup because I love concealer. Like I love concealer. So first you want to go in with a darker shade, and I only use Shape Tape and Hourglass. Those are the only ones that I use, and I barely started using Hourglass because I like the brightness on one of them. So what I do is I literally just put it right here. So I'll put it just right here, nowhere near the eye, and then I'll do it here, 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 and here. Once I'm done with the darker shade, I'll go in with the lighter shade and go ahead and do Ham. I do 2016 style concealer, I don't care. So then once I look like this, I know I did my job. So now I'm going to go with the Hourglass concealer, and I'm going to put this in the inner corner of my eye. Only the inner corner though, because it was a little too creamy for me. I let this sit. For a bit. Maybe I want to say like about 30 seconds. You have a little bit of a white face going on. I know I did my job. So I'm going to go in with concealer again. And I'm going to do it again in the inner corners, and I'm only using the light shades. Back in with my Hourglass, and I'm gonna do white again because I like a bright under eye personally. If you don't, that's fine. Now I'm gonna bronze, which is like my favorite thing ever. I'm gonna go in with the Fenty contour stick, and I kind of just do dots like this on my face. I probably put too much for some people, but face, I love to look bronzy. So then I go in with the Beauty contour stick, but I'm kind of running low, so I kind of have to put a brush first. And then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and just blend it out on one side. So just do it like this. And I kind of like to use a stiff brush for this one just because I like it to stay in place. I don't really like it to smear that much. So now that I'm bronzed up, I'm going to go ahead and go in with my cream blush now. And I use the Patrick Ta She's That Girl. Kenzie uses another shade, and I absolutely fell in love with Patrick Ta's like blush duo. With the brush again, and the concealer is still setting. It's gonna stay here for a bit. So then, oopsie. So then, I don't have like a proper brush for this. I still need to go buy like a good brush so I can blend out my blush better. Like, cause I like my blush to stay in one spot. I don't really like it down here, like up here. So I'll go in with this brush, and then, cause I like it cause it's stiff. So I'll go ahead and just like keep it right here, and I like to keep it really close to my eye. This part is very serious to me because I take my under eyes very serious. So I need to get my powders ready. I use the Patrick Ta setting powder, and then I'll go ahead and go in with my Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom powder. Be set and ready to go because I refuse to have any type of line. So go ahead and blend really fast and then set. So we're gonna do that really fast. And then we set with powder first, pressed powder to be exact. We're kind of in the clear, but just not yet. So then I like to go into pink powder, and I'll kind of just set it on my hand before I go ahead and put on my eye, just because I don't want it to look clumpy. And I like a bright under eye, so I'll go ahead and just use that. Let it sit throughout my entire makeup. I'm gonna prep my eyelids too, just because my eyelids tend to get really oily as well. Start prepping the rest of my face, so I'll go in with Pound Cake by Huda Beauty. Like I said, I'll go ahead and put it on my hand first, and then I'll go ahead and put it on my face, just because I seen like on a TikTok somewhere that it makes it cakey. if you just like directly do it with like little clumps on the puff powder. So I'm just gonna listen to them. Go ahead and just set the rest of my face. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and start bronzing up with powder bronzer. So I'll go ahead and with Fenty Beauty, up of wherever I have my cream bronzer on. And I kind of love bronzer, so I kind of go ham with the bronzer. Some people also always bring it into my eyelid because, like I said, I love a bronzy look. I'm telling you, I go crazy with the bronzers. Then I also go with another shade. It's a MAC shade. And then I'll go in with one more. And I'll just go ahead. This is more of like a contour, so I'll just kind of like focus it right here mostly. Now that I'm bronzed enough, my nose contour, and I'll do it with the Chocolate Soleil. Kind of use like a brush like this. It's really flat, and I'll kind of just carve out my nose. I personally really love my nose, but I just like the look of, again, a bronzed nose. So I'm just going to go ahead and just carve out my nose into. So now that my lines look really, really harsh, I'll go in with another brush just to buff it out. It's like this little like fluffy brush, and I'll kind of just blend it out after. And then I'll always bring it into my eye. Use my puff powder, and I'll go ahead and just calm that down with a little bit of pound cake. So now that I have my nose like powdered out, I'll go ahead and go in with blush. Go in with the same Patrick Tall, and again, I'll literally only do it up here by my eye. And I'll bring it into my eye as well. Do my eyes. I really don't do much with my eyes. Bronzer in my eye, and then put some highlight in the inner corners. Okay, so then I'll go in with the bronzer, and I'll just use this brush, and I'll kind of just like connect right here to my inner of my eye is a little bit brighter than usual. So I'll go powder, and I'll just start it off in the front. Like personally, I just feel like that looks way better than just like, you know, super bronze. Maybe that's just me in my head, but like. So as soon as I get that super brightened up, I'll go ahead and just go in with highlight at this point, and then I'll use my white shade and my like champagne shade, and I'll kind of just mix those, but mostly white. So now that I'm pretty satisfied with my eyes, dust everything off and kind of just blend everything out with a big brush. Just put whatever excess blush that I do have on my brush on my nose. Birthmarks on my face, I'll go ahead and just with like a brown shade. I go over the birthmarks that I do have. I also like to give myself fake freckles. If you were blessed with freckles, I'm so jealous of yours. Okay, I'm basically finished. I'll go in with highlight, and I'll just start, I kind of wet my brush a little bit just because I like it to be super bright. I go in with all the shades, so I'll go in with the white, the champagne color, and the pink color, and I'll just go ahead and just place it right here. Literally so silly. I literally forgot that I was recording. I already finished. I just filled in the arches of my eyebrows. Go ahead and gel them. Make sure they're in place. Alright, so I went ahead and set my face already. Before it completely dries off, I'll just go in one more time with my Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder. Set my eyes one more time. Basically done. I like to do my lip liner after I finish my hair because I'm always holding my hair with my mouth. So